Chapter 9 Lady Death's Skinny Jeans. The next few days were a blur to Amity. If you asked her, she would shrug and move the conversation to another topic. The youngest Blight spent her time split between the hospital and trying to reverse Bellows' hold on her future. Still no luck with the latter. In fact, Bellows was busy making himself known. Shit! When Amity thought she couldn't have more stress to deal with, her mother came to Luce's room after Bellows forced the injured teen to have a prolonged nightmare. The tension in the room was so thick you could cut it with a knife, especially when Camilla popped her head in during her lunch break to say hello. Ida admitted she wasn't ready to forgive the aggressions Odalia committed all those years ago, but they started to step in the right direction. During the blur of the week, Camilla asked to see Amity's power. The teen happily obliges, and she summons the spirit of a cat. Strangely enough, Luce can see the excited cat clearly as she can see the demons floating between the realities. So, your mom thinks I have the power to communicate with demons, but since we shared some traumatic bond, I can see ghosts too? Luce adjusts her phone on her good shoulder. Amity flops on her bed, exhausted from spending most of the day researching sleep paralysis demons and coming up empty-handed. At least hearing her girlfriend's voice is renewing her energy. Yeah, that's the basic idea. There's no documentation on, well, anything of this nature. The Blight scratches the back of her neck. I think whatever this is the same as how we gained our powers in the first place. But that's just a theory. A game theory! Luce giggles. Being the goofball that she is, she couldn't resist shouting. Okay, sorry, but still kinda cool to be able to experience the other side like this. I mean, I get to have this little cutie pop in every so often. Amity hums, agreeing with the other teen. King is kinda cute. He's starting to grow on me. There's shuffling on Luce's end, followed by a loud thud. Fuck! Well, I guess I live here now. Luce deadpans. Are you okay? Nope, I was trying to grab my tablet and now I live with the dust bunnies. Anyways, we were talking about the other side. Luce grumbles and perks up at the thought of exploring old libraries or abandoned houses with her girlfriend. Determined not to let Luce lay on the ground into the early hours of morning, Amity hops out of her bed and tiptoes down the stairs. Send me your address. I'm coming over. Luce smirks devilishly. Oh my. Are you sneaking out? You're such a bad boy. The youngest Blight snatches Ed's keys, which are hanging on the wall beside the garage. I totally am. I'm even taking Ed's car. The other teen gasps. No way. Wait, you can drive, right? Amity doesn't answer as she slides into a luxurious sports car. I'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, bye. The medium discards her phone to the passenger side and grips the steering wheel. She hopes all the times the twins took her to secretly drive in empty parking lots will pay off, especially since this is her first time driving on a road. Luce happily taps a comment on her phone, still laying on the floor. She loved the new Fire Force fanfic Porter posted a few hours ago. Hey Luce, what you doing? The teen in question looks up from her phone. Nothing much. Just joining the floor gang. She holds a straight face for longer than Amity thought, but eventually she cracks a goofy grin. Oye, niño, te extrañé. The medium gently lifts her dork off the ground and helps her to sit on the edge of her bed. I'm going to assume you said something cute. She leans over and kisses the tip of Luce's nose. You're right to assume. I need to teach you at some point. Amity pulls the desk chair next to the bed. She nods in agreement. It shouldn't be too hard. I've already learned Latin. Speaking of learning, while I'm here, we should practice. Luce's eyes light up like a kid at a candy shop. Really? This is so awesome. Maybe I can find where King lives. The medium happily sighs. She can't remember the last time she was this happy. Maybe, but I want you to be able to exorcise demons, just in case one doesn't want to be your friend. She is honestly surprised at the amount of demons who walk up to Luce and are kinder than humans in their realm. Sounds dangerously fun. I'm in. So, How do we get this party started? The demon talker is on the verge of jumping out of her bed with excitement. I don't have the slightest clue. Everyone has their way of doing magic. Amity dramatically shrugs. When I was starting out, I was dropped blindfolded in the middle of a cemetery. My mom would keep me there until I talked to one ghost. It was the screams of the damned that kept me from talking to him sooner. The two sit in silence. Luce's smile falls. She didn't realize Amity's power was more of a curse instead of a gift like her own. She heard stories from Ida of how much of a conniving bitch Odalia can be, but she didn't think she would reflect that same energy on her own children. Don't think about it too hard. We were trying to get me to learn how to free spirits quickly. I wouldn't do anything that drastic unless you told me to. But even then, I don't think I would have the heart. Amity cracks a small reassuring smile. Anyways, enough of my tragic backstory. The protagonist needs a training montage. The medium holds up her index finger. I focus my energy to the tip of my finger, then draw a portal for the spirit to come through. So, let's get you to focus on your injury. Luce holds up her index finger and stares at it intensely. So intensely, her eyes start to cross. I don't think I'm doing it right. Wait, do I need to use my dominant hand? She waves her injured hand that's currently in a neon green cast. Amity tilts her head in confusion. Sometimes she doesn't understand where Luce comes up with half the stuff she says. I don't think it matters. Just take slow breaths, empty your mind, then guide your energy. This time, Luce closes her eyes. The room is so quiet that teens swear they can hear each other's heart beating. Then, she feels it. Something cold streaming from her chest and up her arm to her finger. It feels like a babbling brook caressing her being. Luce opens her eyes to a place she's never been before. It looks like a lobby of some fancy, modern-styled building. She glances over to Amity, who is standing next to her, wide-eyed and frozen in place. Where are we? Luce looks down at her body and sees she's injury-free. She doesn't like what's going on. She fears she teleported the duo to Sleepy Vale, Part 2. Is that a key around your neck? Remember Lady Death? This is the hotel I was sent to when I drowned. Amity takes the key into her hand and reads the crossed out number on the tag for the millionth time. 3,187. Oh, I fucked up. She looks around for anyone to ask for help, but the place is empty. Before she can ask the obvious question of if they're dead, Luce can hear a distinctive sound of Luce laughing and wheels rolling against the marble floor. The two are once again stunned into silence as Lady Death rounds the corner with King sitting on her shoulder.
Oh hey, it's you.
Death herself greets Amity as she comes to a stop. She then looks at Luce.
Hey, we haven't met yet. I'm Death. Lady Death, Hades, or whatever you humans call me now.
She pulls King off of her shoulder and hands the tiny demon over to Luce, who is redder than a sunset.
Your familiar told me everything about Bellows, and with you. Congrats! Welcome to Team Undead. If you abuse your power, I'll chokeslam you to the void.
Somehow, Luce's face becomes even redder. Yes, ma'am. She awkwardly takes the demon, but he quickly scampers out of her hold and disappears into a portal. Catching her Freudian slip, Amity smirks. She'll have to tease her girlfriend about this later. Lady Death turns back to Amity.
And I'm going to need that key back.
The medium hands over the key without hesitation. You know about Bellows? Could you help us with him? I've turned over every stone and exhausted every lead trying to get rid of him. Death laughs.
Sure, he's been violating the rules and I need to pummel that bastard back in his place.
She motions for the two to follow her. Amity is stunned into silence from the way the godly being talks. It is as if she is a schoolyard bully out for a pound of flesh, while also trying to find a fuck to give. It seems like Lady Death has been out of fucks to give for centuries now. They move outside the building and are standing in a beautifully decorated courtyard with immaculately kept greenery. Amity wonders where all the occupants are, or if this is a classic standoff where no one wants to get involved directly. but still pull out their phone to record. Lady Death climbs on the edge of the water fountain and jumps on her skateboard.
Now we wait. Do what you normally do to piss him off.
Luz stares slack-jawed at the powerful entity as she does a kickflip. It's so shocking how nonchalant she is. But we didn't do anything.
Perfect. Keep doing exactly that.
Death responds half-heartedly as she attempts to grind the edge of a metal bench. Luz slowly leans close to Amity's ear and whispers, "She's like one of those skaters at the mall. Do you think she can take care of Bellows on her own?" The medium leans back to give the demon whisperer a quizzical look. I mean, yeah, she's literally Death. I think she can kill him.
Nope, can't kill him.
Lady Death skids to a stop next to two teens.
He's like me. What do you guys call them? Cosmic beings? Sure, let's go with that. We can't kill each other, but I can dunk on that loser and put his ass in timeout.
Death flicks her wrist, and the board evaporates into a dark mist. The same kind that King uses to hop between realms.
Bellows has been stepping on toes for too long.
She points to Luz.
Especially the shit he pulled on you. He can do his spooky stuff, but killing people is my thing.
Lady Death throws her head back, laughing.
And he couldn't even do that right. What a loser.
She pats Luz on the back.
He only sent you to purgatory, not to the underworld. On the bright side, you got some cool powers. No hard feelings, right?
I'm going to need a minute to process that. Luz slowly takes a half step backward. Death shrugs, not really caring about the human she's met face to face less than an hour ago.
Just don't start a demon apocalypse, or I'll deal with you like I'm about to deal with Bellows.
Luz's face drains of color. She is as white as a sheet of paper. What?
Oh, look who showed up.
Lady Death marches up to the sleep paralysis demon.
Hey, fuckface, I have a bone to pick with you.
Bellows scoffs. His head rotates and his eyes lock on the teen he's been torturing. Luz Noceta, I'm glad to see you and your witch are finally dead.
Don't turn your back on your opponent.
Lady Death hits Bellows with a meaty right hook to the back of his head. The sound of wet crackling fills the air as the demon turns his head in a 180 to face a smaller woman. My lady, it's a pleasure.
Ew, you're just as gross as last time.
Death shakes her head with false disappointment.
See guys, this is what happens when you let someone murder a handful of times and now he's cosplaying as a demon king.
She points at the yellow stained jaw on top of Bellows' head and laughs at him. She's really digging into him like a bored teen at the local park. Bello hisses and lunges. His sweeping claws miss by a mile. Amity and Luz quickly back away from the two godly entities until the teens are standing by the doors they came through. Luz tries the door, and to her dismay, it's firmly locked, possibly by magic. The duo reach out to hold each other's hand and watch the epic battle between gods. From the corner of her eye, Amity watches Luz's reaction to the fight. Death said something about you starting an apocalypse. Do you think you could raise the dead? Luz's eyes light up, and she smiles so brightly, Amity wishes she brought sunglasses. No, but it sounds like I can summon my friends to hang out with us. Being the slightly more responsible one, Amity injects some reasoning into the situation. Yeah, let's not do that. At least until we figure out how far your powers go. She turns her head to see Lady Death hitting Bellows over the head with her skateboard. All she needs is a metal chair, and she has a complete WWE vibe nailed down. Wait, if he's a demon, can't you command him? Luz's mouth turns into an O shape. She looks like a light bulb flickered on above her head. Why haven't I thought of that yet? Amity, you're a genius! She kisses her girlfriend's cheek and runs towards the two still battling. Lady Death currently has Bellows in a tight headlock. She is prying teeth out of the jaw-like crown on the demon's head.
Little bitch.
She tears out a molar.
And this one is for kicking my dog.
She pauses her task and looks at Luz.
What's up, Demon Whisperer? I'm a little busy dunking on this nerd.
Luz is standing a few feet away. She is truly terrified of the power Death possesses if she can manhandle him with these. Her and Amity were literally at their wits' end on how to counter the nightmares just hours ago. How can I help? I mean, he's a demon, right? So I should be able to command him around? Lady Death smirks like she's a demon herself.
Oh, I want to see this.
She smacks Bellows with her free hand as she cackles.
Haha, are you ready to get sent to the Shadow Realm?
Feeling more confident, Luz steps closer to the two. How do I send him to... what did you call it?
The Void. It's one of those weird in-between areas like McDonald's with a working ice cream machine or a Waffle House.
Lady Death twirls her hand, and an ink-black portal opens.
Here you go. Just walk him through.
Luz ignores Bellows' attempt at intimidating her by hissing. Instead, she focuses her injury to the tip of her fingers, just like Amity taught her. She takes a deep breath before saying, "Begone, thoughts!" The two godlike entities stare at Luz as she nervously shrugs. All heroes say cool stuff before saving the day.
That's fair, but it seems like controlling him is a bit outside of your expertise. I'll take it from here.
Lady Death snaps the demon's jaw off like she was breaking spaghetti and places the bone on top of Luz's head. She then grabs him by the back of his bony neck and his black robes and tosses him like a duffel bag. Without hesitation, she closes the smoky portal and dusts her hands. Is he gone? Forever?
Nah, he's just in timeout for the next century. Like I said, we can't kill each other.
Lady Death turns to face in the direction Amity's standing in and waves her down. Luz breathes a sigh of relief, knowing that she wouldn't be alive long enough to deal with Bellows again. Wait, I need to know. Why did this happen to me? What am I supposed to do with these powers? Death shrugs.
You're not special. Bad things happen to good people. You just so happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and Bellows saw you as an easy target. I mean, shoving a kid in front of a movie car is kind of fucked. He either didn't know or didn't care to read your lifespan before trying to kill you. With such a high discrepancy, the fates wouldn't let you step foot here.
Lady Death digs around in her pocket for the key and shows off the numbers on the tag.
And you were supposed to die. I don't know what happened, but you reset your death date. I can't see how many days you have left. There's nothing above your head.
Amity pales from the information. What does that mean?
No clue. You could die at any second, or you could live a long life. This is what happens when you break stuff. You can't have nice things.
Lady Death opens a shadow portal.
Well, you two should be going. Both of you are always welcome to the underworld.
The two teens climb into the portal, and before it can close, Death reminds Luz of something important.
And Luz, don't forget, if you start a Doom Eternal situation, I skin you alive. Okay, thanks, bye!
Amity gasps, breathing in the fresh air of Luz's room. She pats her body to make sure it's still intact, from being violently flung back into the human realm. The two teens stare at each other, not sure what to say. Bellows is gone, and Luz is awake. The two have a bright future together.